So, Jamie TKV last night got stopped by David Adeleye in 6 rounds, and there's a great deal of controversy about this fight and the nature of the stoppage. Now, I watched this fight live. When I do a live watch along, I don't have any commentary or anything like that, and that means that I'm not swayed by any commentary, and it also doesn't interfere with the feed. But it also means that you don't hear what the corner is saying, and crucially, you don't hear what the referee is saying in between clinches and things like that. So, for me, when I looked at it, it looked to me like David Adeleye punched on the break, but you aren't privy to what's being said by the referee, because the referee appeared to touch the glove of Jamie TKV, which insinuates, stop holding and break, and then a shot went in. Now, I'll talk about the incident now in a sec, but I'll just talk about this fight very briefly. Going into this fight, I favoured Adeleye. I hadn't been impressed by Jamie TKV throughout the course of his career. He'd always looked fairly run-of-the-mill. Now, in terms of him and Solomon Dakers, I said, well, Jamie TKV is probably a little... Solomon Dakers really hasn't impressed me. Really, really hasn't impressed me. So, I thought he'll probably fare a little bit better than Solomon Dakers did, but in the end, I expect Jamie TKV to probably get stopped by David Adeleye. But if he could drag him into the later rounds, it will be very interesting. TKV, although he's not the body beautiful type, he had slimmed down for this fight, so you could tell that he was really taking this fight very serious. David Adeleye, his usual kind of bully boy mentality, his tactics going in where, Jeamie, I'm the truth, I'm gonna hurt you, this, that, and the other. So there was a lot of animosity between these two guys going into the fight. And again, I thought Adeleye would probably come through it. Probably. Well, if you watch the fight, you could easily give Jamie TKV every round going into the 6th round. I wouldn't be arguing at all about him winning every round, to be honest with you, watching it back this morning, because it was not a compelling fight for viewing. It wasn't like this was the Thriller Manila or anything like that, but TKV was on it. He was sharp. His jab was... You see, David Adeleye, he's been a pro now for, 6 years thereabouts, and he wasn't, exactly an accomplished amateur or anything like that. And you can tell that he has a lot of... There's still a lot of rawness there. There's things in his game that are underdeveloped, and the jab is one of them. The jab from Adeleye was so underdeveloped in comparison to TKV. The old adage goes, you can jab with a jabber, but you can't hook with a hooker. So if your jab might not be as developed, you can still get it into play. It just looked awful. It just looked so forced and laboured from David Adeleye. TKV, it was sharp. It was on point. Adeleye was buying on all the feints. Like any little hint of movement, any little hint of just kind of any movement at all from TKV, Adeleye wasn't just feinting or wasn't just biting on it. He was what the hell? So realistically, the better boxing was much better, much sharper. It was coming from TKV. And he was frustrating David Adeleye. You could see Adeleye was getting frustrated in there. He couldn't get his shots off. He couldn't do what he wanted to do. And he was in there with someone who wasn't intimidated by him, who was able to beat him to the punch, and in my opinion was just a better boxer. That's how it was. We then get to round number 6. By this time, Adeleye is definitely frustrated. You could see it. You can tell it on his face. Like he's really getting frustrated, and he's swinging and he's getting wilder and wilder with his shots. Round 6 comes about, and both guys end up in a clinch. Now, here's the issue. The referee, on actually 2 occasions during that clinch, says, break. He says, break, break. Touches the gloves, at which point Adeleye launches a left hook. Now, I know what people are going to say. Protect yourself at all times. And yes, you're absolutely correct on that. Protect yourself at all times. However, when a referee shouts break, and the referee's word is final, when the referee shouts break, at that point, you have to break. You're not allowed to punch. You have to reset, and then you go back to fighting. You are not allowed to throw a shot when you're in a clinch and the referee shouts break. You're not allowed to do that. Now, the fact of the matter is, I am having a go, I am having a go, but I don't want to sound too harsh on this referee. I hadn't seen this referee do many big shows in the UK. He could be one of these newer referees that's always been doing the small hall scene and has now gone on, the likes of Ian John Lewis, Terry O'Connor, etc. They're kind of they're over to one side. I think both of them are pretty much gone now. So we're getting these newer referees in. And I wonder, was there an element of stage fright? What do I do in this situation? Because he said break, a shot goes in, and then he immediately administers a count. Not the right thing to do from a referee at all. I can see why Ben Shalom was furious, absolutely furious after this fight, as were Jamie TKV's team. Understandably so. understandably so. And I think that they will be lobbying with the board to get this decision, maybe not overturned. I don't know if they'll do that, but at the very least, they'll be looking to get an immediate rematch. And, well, you can hear it clear as day. The referee showed a break. He showed a break on 2 occasions. Left hook goes in, down goes TKV. He never recovers from it. And TKV ultimately ends up getting stopped. Adeleye escapes with the win. Had that not happened and this fight had carried on, I really do think that Adeleye was on course to get not stopped. I don't think that was going to happen, but he was facing a potential shutout. You know, even if he came back into it late, which there's no guarantee he would have, because very heavily muscled and he was looking a bit tired in there. I think TKV would have ended up winning this fight. And his team feel aggrieved, understandably so. I think they've every right to. And I think they will be lobbying with the board to get this decision overturned. Is unlikely to happen, but an immediate rematch, I can see that being ordered. And to be honest with you, someone mentioned VAR again, and I know WBC have been on about that. VAR in boxing, like this situation right here, the fighter's stunned, the fighter's hurt. You can't. It's not like an offside in football where, oh, it's offside leads to a goal. All right, bring it back. It's 0-0 again. The fighter's already been stunned. Like, how do you fix that? Different if it's a body shot or a low blow, I can get that. But if it's a concussive headshot, how do you just shake the cobwebs off and go again? I don't know how you do that. I really don't. But yeah, very bad decision by the referee. I think Team Adeleye very lucky tonight or last night. And TKV, every right to be upset. Same with Ben Shalom. I don't normally agree with Ben Shalom on many things, but every right to be upset on this one. I think that mistakes were made is the best way to say it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Adeleye TKV. Be interested to know what you guys say. So for now, thank you again for 23k. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button. I've got plenty coming today. Stay tuned for all of that. There's a lot to come today, people. Peace.